Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. And today we have Invisible. This is a 6 episode series out of Spain, so it is foreign. I didn't realize that when it was listed. It is from 2024. It is each of the episodes are about 42 minutes to an hour long, depending on the episode. I think the final episode is a full hour long. So it's a pretty easy watch, but it looks like it's focused on young teens. I thought they were making a big deal about going into ninth grade, but here it says he's 12. Like our main character, Cappy, is 12. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, played by Cappy is Cap, or they call him Cap. He's a big fan of Captain America, strangely enough. So in Spain. So Eric Sejo. It is Spanish language, but it is dubbed, so you don't have to switch out the language unless you want to hear it in Spanish. I imagine there is a track that will let you hear it in the original Spanish. So this is not a show that, while it looks like it's meant to be a YA or young, just maybe young teen focused series. It doesn't handhold you like it might with a younger focus. This, while it's nothing like Stranger Things, it does have a supernatural element to it, and there's a kind of a central mystery as to what is real and what maybe is just in our hero's head. Uh, it doesn't tell the story in order. That's another thing, and it's got a strangely good soundtrack. That's another thing. It has a connection with Stranger Things. It starts off with Radiohead, and by the end of the first episode, they're full on through the credits with Depeche Mode. In the middle is the horrors. There's a number of like 80s, 90s, just some deep cut stuff, but some just well known tracks. It's really strange because I kept, even the ones I didn't recognize. I'm like, okay, got to check this because it sounds perfect. It's a great bed for this show. So yeah, if you should watch it even just to see what their music selections are, and if you recognize most of them. I am much older than pretty much anybody would probably watch this. Maybe, I don't know. Or would watch this series because I don't know. It is very mature in how it is depicting some of the characters. This one right here doesn't show up until the last few minutes of the episode. No spoilers here, but she's pretty much in a bra and a skirt, so it's a little bit more mature in that sense. Not that it was done to be lascivious in any way, not to be, sexy, like they weren't trying to sell that. While she is attractive, but it's still, the point is that she has a tattoo. Then you need to see the tattoo because it's important to the story. So it's so yeah, it's not your average tattoo. Let's just say that. What this focuses on is the Cap. Cap. We'll call him Cap. We'll just call him Cap from here. He's entering school. A new year in school. The kids feel all grown up. He has a best friend named Zaro, played by Eisen Fernandez. And there's a new girl in school who's a friend of Zaro's who's just moved to the area, and she is Kiri, and she's played by Liv Dobner, and she's very cute, and they very much like each other from the start. Cap and Kiri. So yeah, there's a burgeoning young romance there, but as we discover throughout this, and I'm going to do my best not to spoil anything, we realize that Cap has been through bit of trauma. A little. He's his whole side of his face is scarred, and his hair had to be shaved to a certain point so they could treat some of the scarring. We see him at another point, and again, none of this stuff. I don't know what order a lot of this is depicted. There is a moment in which he's running through a tunnel, and there's an ominous voice overtake just behind him. It seems that is overtaking the scene, and it suddenly reveals itself, I assume, to be a dragon. Chases him out of a tunnel, and yeah, and that's cut that scene, and then okay, then it moves on to the rest of the story. What is going on there? No idea. Uh, there's another sequence where, when the title is called Invisible, he starts to turn invisible. He has the ability to turn invisible. Why? How? Still a mystery in the first episode. I only watched the first episode. I have a feeling I might watch the other five because this is compelling, but possibly not compelling enough for them to make a second season yet. Because so far, even on IMDb, it only says there's 6 episodes, and there's only one season here. If there's more, great. I don't recall if it's going to be continued or not. But most of this is, and they warn you beforehand, there are depictions of bullying. Yes, bullying is kind of the thematic core of this story, where the cool kids are, there's always cool kids, and our hero and his friend and his potential new girlfriend, they're buddies, but they don't need to be part of the cool kids, but they like being in the proximity of them if it means that they can be cool, even though most of those kids are pretty much jerks. So, as usual. So, but they have our three heroes, in a sense. They have a really close bond, and they have a secret place they go off to, where they could just be themselves, and that's kind of great. It's this whole first episode is a building block kind of thing, and it jumps back and forth between him speaking to his therapist, him hanging out with his friends, and we get to piece together the fuller story as to how he ended up in the hospital and having psychological problems and getting therapy and revealing that he can turn himself invisible to the therapist. And his parents, especially his mom, is all stressed out as to what's going on. I mean, I realize, yes, bullying is a horrible thing for kids to deal with, and it can lead to tragic and just terrible circumstances. But man, I'm not. I don't think he tried to off himself in this. Maybe they think he did. But yeah, they do make a strong case for, hey, if you know somebody who's being bullied or you are being bullied, do what you can to reach out and get help and whatever. That is absolutely a good message to have, because nobody needs to lose their life over stupid things, the way some people treat others. You are not what other people think you are. So, yeah, that is at the core of this, but for the most part, I can see some of the cool kids being a little bit pushy, but as yet, in the first episode, and by the way, the Cap ending up in the hospital is upsetting the entire school. And each of the kids sort of in that circle, that class, all friends and foes, are all, and beyond them, are all being affected. The kids closest to Cap are being interviewed, but the whole school has been shaken by what just happened. So I have a feeling there's a lot of stuff that they haven't even revealed yet as part of the story. It's like I said in the beginning, they do not handhold you through the entire thing. You need to pay attention. So it was normally the kind of thing that I put on the background, especially if it's something I've already watched. But I think everything that remains on Disney Plus is something I haven't seen yet. for the most part. I think everything is going to be new to me from here on out. So, yeah, it's yeah. By the way, I also discovered that this is a little revelation that I have to do state right now. I just verified everything that was put on Disney Plus when it launched in 2019 in November. Is I've watched all of it. Everything that existed at this point, there is nothing that was available at launch that I haven't seen, which is crazy. Everything that I have available now is stuff that has been added since. Nothing has lasted from the very beginning all the way to now, which is just very strange. So anyway, the if you get a chance, this is something that's a little bit different. It's yes, the focus is kids, but it is kind of in the sense of using the Stranger Things again. It's not just for an audience of children. It is definitely for an audience of adults, and there's a deeper, darker mystery that's going on here as to what it is that I can tell so far. That it's doesn't talk down to the audience. Let's say that. You may find it strange to be listening to dubbed English voices over top of people's mouths who are moving to say different words in a different language. But if you can get by that, you can probably really enjoy this. Yeah, like I was saying, I honestly tend to put stuff on in the background while I'm working on stuff, and I'll watch that. Oh, that's interesting. I'll take note of what I'm watching. But in this case, I had to stop everything. I just had to pay attention. It's not even a matter of like it was subtitled where I have to read everything. No, it was engaging enough that I was like, I need to pay attention to this because this looks good. And there's some of the adult actors, not adult actors, but some of the parent actors in this seem very familiar to me. I think they may have done some American work. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, let's you can check that out now on Disney Plus. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Okay. I hope I can ever get to watch the rest of it. We'll see. All right, tomorrow it's Sunday. It's Sunday, so we're gonna watch something that we've been doing for the last two Sundays. It's our third part in a series of movies from the Predator universe, and they actually put 4 Predator movies on Disney Plus that are not like courtesy of Hulu or upgrade in order to see it on Hulu. No, you don't need to do any of that. There are 4, the original Predator and Predator 2 we've already watched the last 2 Sundays, and today chronologically, at least in release format, Predators is what we're going to watch tomorrow. And then we'll finish off with the 4th one next week, and that is The Predator. Yeah, The Predator. So, makes it different than just Predator. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Predator is... Yeah, I've never seen it. And I've never seen this one. In fact, I don't think I've seen any of them. Except for Predator Badlands. And I've seen some of them, and I know what they're all about. Get to the Joppa, that kind of stuff. The memes. But, yeah, for some reason, in the 80s, 90s, I missed out. And 2000s. I missed out on these. So tomorrow, this is the one that stars Adrian Brody and gosh, why can't I say his name? Lawrence Fishburne. So yeah, tomorrow, Predators on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. We'll see you back here tomorrow with that.